Alright guys, so you guys are watching this video, right? Like the title of the video says, how to make your first 30K this year as a young person, alright? So, I'm very young. I'm only 22 years old, but I'm gonna show you guys 2025, guys. You guys gotta stack up at least 20 to 30K in your bank account. And you guys don't gotta be like a lot of people that like I like be multi-millionaire, I like do this and do that, I like get super rich. But you guys gotta start small too, alright? Because getting to that level is also, it takes time. Like me, I'm not even at that level yet. I'm trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to 6 figures. I'm trying to get to 200K. I'm trying to get to 300K. You know what I'm saying? But you guys gotta start off small. You know what I'm saying? You guys gotta get small baby steps to get to the bigger steps, right? So we're gonna be talking about how you can make your first 30K this year. So I got my nice little whiteboard right over here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down the first thing that you guys gotta do. All right, so anybody out here, this is the most basic way you guys can make money. All right, so the first one, guys, I know you guys gonna hate me for this. Oh, my handwriting is so ugly, guys. But the first one is called get a fucking 9 to 5 job, guys. All right, get 2 to 3 9 to 5 jobs. Okay, that's the first thing I'm going to talk about, guys. Because a lot of you guys, like I said, guys, right? You guys are like, oh, I don't like work one job. Oh, it's like slavery. Oh, I don't like do this. Too lazy to work. I'm my own boss. I'd rather be, I want to be a multimillionaire. I want to be a streamer. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a e-commerce nerd and whatever. Okay, I get it, guys, right? Nobody wants to be working a fucking 9 to 5 job for the rest of your life, right? Nobody wants to do that. But the point is, you need money right now coming into your name, all right? You need money. You need a source of income. And if you're trying to be a YouTuber and a business owner and entrepreneur, you need money to fund that business, right? You need money coming in. You can't be just relying on your mommy and daddy to do everything for you. Hey, mom, can you pay for my new computer because I need it for editing and I got to make videos? Hey, mom, can you pay for my YouTube subscription or my Shopify subscription because every month I got to pay $50 and I got to pay for a CapCut and my new phone to record videos. Hey, mom, I need a new car. I don't have money. So the whole point is you need money coming in right now to support your businesses, right? So like I said, you guys gotta start small. And not only that, does these 9 to 5 jobs make you money, right? But it also, a lot of people, right? I'm gonna take it into another aspect of this video because life is not just about money. For me, guys, I gotta be well-rounded in every aspect of my life, whether it be physical, finances, businesses, relationships, how I speak and communicate, my emotional, my spiritual level, anything, my mental. Everything needs, my characteristics, life skills and experiences, everything needs to be well-rounded in every aspect of my life. If I'm lacking at one component, something's going to be off about my life. For example, if all you kids is all you guys care about is money, but you guys are unhealthy, you're not sleeping, you're not eating well, you don't know how to speak and communicate to anybody, you're not going to be like, what's the whole point? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be neglecting other components. I know a lot of people, some of my old friends, all they do is chase money. Right? They're like, oh, I'll go work multiple jobs, but they're unhealthy. They're out of shape. They can't even speak to girls. They're not confident. They have no leadership skills. They're not close to God. They have nothing interesting or unique about them outside of working their 9 to 5 jobs. They don't have goals or purpose in life. They're just, I'm trying to focus on just stack up as much money as possible and save and blah. But you know what I'm saying? They're neglecting other components. So this is where 9 to 5 comes in, right? Because a lot of you people, you guys neglect that shit, bro. You guys are only focusing on, making money. I want to get rich. But you guys are only focusing on one thing, right? Money is important, but money is more of an amplifier. If you're not the person that you're supposed to be, right? If you're not the best version of yourself and then you get money, you're not going to be a good person with money. I'm just saying, like, you see a lot of people, right? They get rich at a young age, like Neon and Jack Doherty, and then look at them now. Yeah, they have a lot of money in the world. They have all these connections, but the only way that they know how to entertain people and keep their money is by acting like a clown, because that's how they started in YouTube, right? They start acting like a clown because they have no life skills and experiences. They have nothing interesting to teach about. They're not mature because they haven't experienced the real world. They haven't got out there and worked multiple jobs or training while trying to pay bills, trying to buy their own car with little to no budget, trying to get closer to God and trying to go this and do that and travel here and there. They got the shortcut already because it's easy to get rich. So I'm saying, guys, the best thing to do is before you get rich, right? I'm not saying stay at a 9 to 5 job forever. I personally wouldn't do that. But if you guys want to do that, you guys can do that. But personally, I would use 9 to 5 jobs as a temporary income holder and a temporary thing to build yourself up as a person, right? Because you don't want to be somebody like Neon and Jack Doherty where all they know how to get shit, attention or whatever, and keep their views and money is to do things by acting like a clown or do OnlyFans and shit like that, because that's the only thing that they know how to do, right? Anyways, so the thing is, the first thing that you guys got to do is get a guaranteed money income coming in, right? You guys got to get income coming in. So if you guys are young, right, a lot of you guys watching these videos, you guys are young, you got energy, you're still living with your parents, you're out here, you have no bills, you have no kids to take care of, you know, you still, like, you can utilize your parents' house, right? Their electric bill, you know what I'm saying? Like, and with that 9 to 5 money, you can help them pay bills too. But you guys can work together, but you can utilize your youth. You're young, you're healthy, you're not old, you're not burnt out yet. Work multiple 9 to 5 jobs, all right? The first job that I'll recommend, guys, is a physical labor job. Physical, okay? Labor. The reason you guys got to work a physical labor job is because it's good money. And also it teaches you a lot of different skill sets that a young man should know. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was 16, a lot of physical labor jobs that I worked at, right? My credibility is, when I was 16, I used to work in, this is 2019 now, right? A couple years ago, 6 years ago. When I was 16, I was working at my landscaping job, right? I was cutting grass, I was driving forklifts, leaf blowing, painting roads and curbs, cutting trees and bushes, and doing this, cleaning water fountains and fish ponds. And pretty much, it built up a bunch of my skill sets, and it taught me how to be, you know, like, you see all these older men, these 40, 50-year-old men, they know everything, right? They know how to change car tires, they know how to cut grass, they know how to do basic car maintenance, they know how to do basic electrician skills, they know how to cook and do this and do that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you want to be like that type of man when you grow older? You want to learn different skill sets, and that's where a physical labor job comes in, all right? Not only that, right? Physical labor job, but with a strong body, you have a strong mind and soul. I don't know what I just wrote, but with a strong body, you have a strong mind and soul. A lot of people, I talk to people my age, they didn't even fucking play sports growing up. They didn't know combat training. They didn't play football. They didn't know running and swimming. They never went to the gym. They didn't even run a mile ever in their life. So if you never done any of that, I'll recommend a physical labor job. It gets you more in shape. You're working outdoors, but also with a stronger body. You're building up your body, but you're building up your mind and soul. So that's very important, what you guys got to do, all right? A second job that you guys got to work at is a customer service job. And the reason why you should work a customer service job, like fast food or restaurants or hotel or, you know, register shit, customer shit, anything that deals with people, you got to work there, is because you're trying to build up your communication skills, right? You're building up your communication skills. You're building up how to speak and be more confident so that you can use those skills to create YouTube videos, right? I just didn't spit on the camera. What the fuck? But you're building up your skill sets so that you're interesting. So when it comes to trying to build a business, you have things to talk about. You're better at speaking. You have other interesting things that you can offer, valuable information. And not only that, but you're building up your credibility. When you talk to people, people listen to you because you've done it and did it, right? You have all the skills and experiences, and you have the credibility to back you up. So this is very important in life, right? When you're trying to start a business and get rich, you need things interesting about you. You need credibility. You need to, you know, have a resume of things that you've done, right? So that you can keep your longevity. Is that how you say it? Longevity or something like that? You know what I'm saying? To keep your, you know, your it's not temporary. You got to keep it long distance, right? So then you don't be like people like Neon and Jack Doherty, where the only thing that they resort to is acting like a clown because they don't have any of this shit, right? So customer service jobs, it teaches you a lot about communication skills, working hard, working under pressure, multitasking, you know, stoicism, you know, all the basic shit that you guys need to know. Work multiple 9 to 5 jobs, all right? My first job that I worked at was landscaping, all right? I worked there 2020. I graduated high school during pandemic, and I was working Taco Bell and landscaping. My Taco Bell job in 1 year, I remember in December 2020, I was only getting paid $11 an hour, right? Fucking little bit money, right? But every day I used to show up 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. grinding, doing double shifts. And by the end of the year, I saved up to about $30,000 just from working at Taco Bell, only getting paid $11 an hour. But imagine that work ethic, and I was getting paid like $18 an hour, $20 an hour. You know how much money I would have saved? I was living with my parents. You know, I was paying bills, but I was using my landscaping money to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? So I had $30K already from Taco Bell, and then from there, my landscaping had like another 10 to 15,000 saved up, and using that money to pay for bills. So, you know, 9 to 5 job is a good way to make income, but also build yourself up as a person. Now, the second way to make money, right, is by doing door dashing. Woo! Driving gigs, right? I'm gonna just put driving. My handwriting as driving gigs, all right? So when you have all that 9 to 5 money, that's when the money comes in. You can dish out money to get a cheap, reliable car. When I first got my car, it was in 2021. I was only 19 years old, I think. I just turned 19. This is like October 2021. I got my first car, and then I was, with that car, I had more opportunities, right? Because time is money. If you don't have good, reliable transportation, you have to wait for your mom, or you got to walk to work, or you got to walk to school, or catch the bus. You know how long that shit's going to take? You need a good transportation to get you from point A to point B, right? Time is money. If you have transportation, you can get to another job. You can sign up to go to the gym. You can sign up to do door dashing. And that's another way to make money. Do door dashing, Uber Eats, Amazon Flex. That's all the shit you guys got to do. Sign up. It's super easy. And there's even like referral bonuses. So like if one of your friends are doing DoorDash already, he'll recommend you a link. And then he'll recommend you to join under him. And when you join under him, you guys can get a referral bonus. So you guys can get like an extra $1,000. I don't know what it is now, but like back then it was like 1,000 something, like in 2022. And pretty much you just gotta like do a certain amount of dashes, like maybe 100 orders. And then once you guys complete the task under a certain amount of time, you guys get the referral bonus. So that's easy money, guys. You guys work in multiple jobs, come home, go jump in your car, start door dashing to earn extra income. All right. Next thing that you guys can do is number 3, a reselling business. Whoa. So reselling is something that I started in 2023, right? I started in end of 2022 and I started selling on Facebook Marketplace. So there's a lot of different platforms that you guys can sell on reselling, right? So you guys can do eBay, Mercari. You guys can do Whatnot. Is that Whatnot? Yeah, Whatnot, Poshmark or Poshmark, whatever you call it. You guys got Facebook, Craigslist. Look at my writing, guys. What the hell? But you guys can sell online, guys. And if you guys don't know what reselling is, it's pretty much when you find a bunch of items. Let me show you guys real quick. Because right now, I'm in my room right now, but I have a bunch of items that I have yet to sell. So you just find a bunch of things. If you guys don't know what to do, like what kind of inventory, where to start off, you just find things in your house that you don't use, right? Maybe like a Funko Pop. Maybe a PS3 you don't use anymore. What is this? PS3 with Netflix on it. Is this a PS3? Look, it has like, look at this, guys. So old school. Little Big Planet, Last of Us, Gran Turismo, MLB. I don't know if this is, what is a Slim or whatever. I don't think so, dude. But it has 500 gigabytes. Find stuff that you guys don't use anymore, guys. Find stuff that you guys don't use. A PlayStation 1. Find stuff that you guys don't use in your house. Video games, toys, collectibles, vintage stuff, whatever that it is. Action figures, toys, Funkos, gaming stuff. Sell it, all right? Post it, take pictures of it, post it on Facebook, post it on eBay, post it on Mercari. And then from there, guys, once you guys get more income, you guys can go down to thrift stores. Go down to thrift stores like Savers, Goodwill Bins, Goodwill Store. Go down to flea markets or garage sales and find stuff that's cheap. They sell it for cheap. This kind of shit, they sell it for like $5, $10, whatever that it is. You find it for cheap, and then you buy it for cheaper product, and then you resell it for a higher profit. But the things that you guys pick up, you guys gotta find value in it, right? If you guys don't, like, if you guys are buying like some stupid ass garbage and you expect to sell it for $100, but you got it for $1, no one's gonna buy it for $100, right? So you gotta know the value too. And if you guys want to figure that shit out, I would recommend you guys follow pages on TikTok, Facebook. There's this guy that I follow. His name is Jay. Let me show you guys real quick, all right? This guy that I follow, his name is Jay Hani, right? Resell, Hustle to Resell. He has a big TikTok page, so that's how I found him. I found him on TikTok and on Facebook. But I'm gonna show you guys what his YouTube is. But pretty much, he posts all type of tips and tricks and what he sells and what he does, how to pack orders. So if you guys are curious of what to buy or what to sell, you guys can use like, you guys can check on eBay too, like the sold comps. If you type in the product that you're trying to sell, and you look at how much that is sold recently and how much they sell it for, is most likely to sell. But if you guys are still need help, you got people like him, bro. He talks about like, he shows like what he does in a day in a life, you know, he does like challenges and where he goes, and you look at the stuff that he sells at or buys at garage sales. And you know, you guys can just find like information, valuable information, by following these pages, so that you guys can go ahead and figure out what you guys gotta resell and all that. And even if you guys got like stuff like Facebook groups, right, go on facebook.com, join a Facebook group talking about reselling, and they talk about all this information, guys. All right, so this is some valuable information, guys, if you guys want to learn how to resell. So that's one way to make money, guys. And a lot of people on my Facebook groups, right, I follow like a bunch of resellers. They make like 6 figures doing this shit. They make it full-time job. People make good money off of this shit. It's a living, bro. You know what I'm saying? 6 figures, that's some good money just to go to fucking Goodwill stores and resell it. Like, you're not even working like busting ass. Like, it is a hard job, but I'm talking about like, you're not like out here constructing and building buildings and stuff like that, but it is hard work. But you know what I'm saying, I'd rather be doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yeah, next thing that you guys can do, all right, let me show you guys real quick. Let me turn my camera a little bit. Number 4, right, after you guys do reselling, is you guys gotta use 9 to 5 jobs, skill sets for a side hustle. Okay, so with your 9 to 5 job skill sets, you guys can do that's use your skill sets and turn into a side hustle. For example, when I was a landscaper, right, back in 2019 and 2021, what me and my boy used to do was we'll go house to house. We'll go in rich neighborhoods. We'll go any places. We'll post our gigs online, or like on these freelancing websites. And what we'll do is we'll get little bit customers, and we'll go there and we'll cut grass and we'll leaf blow and we'll cut trees and bushes and we'll pull out weeds and we'll do whatever that we had to do because we knew how to landscape. All right, and I learned how to landscape by working at my 9 to 5 job. All right, another thing that I would probably have done, I never done it, but I was you know, I used to drive cars in detail a little bit. And what I would do is I would probably just tell people, you know, post on Instagram or whatever, and try to promote myself. I'm cleaning cars. Hit me up. You know, extra money. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I used to work in restaurants before, but I was never a good cook. I was getting trained a little bit. But if I was a good cook and maybe I was a chef at a restaurant, I would try and create my own products and sell it at flea markets or sell it on Facebook Marketplace or try and promote my business and, you know, like a little side hustle and turn it into something bigger, right? Something bigger and greater. Maybe I was a housekeeper or something at a hotel and I can clean houses. I'll try and find people who need their houses clean and I'll go there. I'll show them that I work at a hotel. I'm a good cleaner. And then from there, I'll go and just, you know, freaking clean houses because I'm good at it because I work at a 9 to 5 job doing that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm a teacher. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and mentor some other people and start doing one-on-one coaching with them and teach them about science or math or, you know, history, or maybe I'm a fitness coach or whatever. And that's going to lead me into my next point, all right? Number 5, guys, is content creation. So number 5 is content creation, all right? And that's self-explanatory. I'm making content myself, but there's a lot of content that you guys can make off of the things that I just showed you. For example, I was talking about, if you guys work 9 to 5 jobs all day, 2 to 3 jobs, how are you going to balance that out with making content? That's the thing, right? You guys got to be smart about it. You cannot be doing niches that, you know, you got to come home and think about it and you got to write scripts and do whatever. So I'll recommend, if you're working multiple jobs, you're going to the gym, you're going to church, you're training, you're door dashing, you're focusing on a business, you're doing side hustles, and you're spending time with your girl, I'd recommend making content based off of your everyday life. So content that you should be creating is long form content and short form content. So if you're working your 9 to 5 job, you're a landscaper, what I'll tell you guys is record your day, record tutorial videos, how to do this, how to do that, record your day in the life, make short form content out of it, make POV videos, and post it. Post it on every platform, bro. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Pinterest, MySpace, LimeWire, you know, post it on PS4. I don't know, right? Post it everywhere. Kick, Rumble, anywhere, any platform that you guys can go on and access, post it on there. Post it on post. Repurpose your content. One of it's gonna go viral, guarantee, right? I see a lot of people, they post content off of their everyday life. Like this girl I followed on TikTok, she's posting her day in her life working at Target. Fucking went viral. And then from there, she gets so much followers, and then she quit her job and she's working at a nurse now. Day in her life working at a nurse. And people fucking, they like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people enjoy this shit. They love day in her life videos, posting content, tutorial videos. Everybody likes that kind of shit. If you guys are door dashing, you can make a series. I'm trying to stack up $1,000 off of door dashing. Document it. Post it on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. Document your journey. If you guys are doing reselling, you can make videos like that guy I showed you about, Jay Hani, right? talking about how to resell, how much money he made, day in the life videos. If you guys are trying to do your side hustles, record yourself going into people's houses. Not record the houses, but I'm saying like record yourself working at their house, right? Record you working, post that content, right? Easy, bro. And of course, you guys can do other things that you guys want to do, maybe gaming or, you know, education, self-improvement content like what I'm doing, or health videos. I don't know, right? Maybe you're you work as a nurse and you can teach people how to not get sick. And, you know, you can record videos like me when you come home. And the thing is, not only just record your day in the life, but with all that stuff that you're learning with your everyday life, your day-to-day life, you have valuable information that you can provide. And from there, with your valuable information, things that you learn, you know, maybe you're learning about health, maybe you're learning about self-improvement, maybe you're learning about how to cut grass, maybe just stuff like life lessons, right? Like what you learned at your landscaping job, right? You learn how to be more mentally resilient, because stronger body equals strong mind and soul. From there, you can provide valuable information. You can provide valuable information and build your personal brand with whatever the thing that you're doing, and build your content off of that, right? People love valuable information. Everyone says it's the information era nowadays. Everybody loves learning. Everybody loves trying to improve their lives. And the best way to provide content is providing valuable information. So that's the type of content that you guys can provide with your everyday life, right? So anyways, guys, these are some ways. These are 5 money-making ways that will get you your first 30K. All right? If you're lazy, if you want an easy way out, you're never going to make money and you're never going to improve your life, because it's just not about being lazy, right? It's not about easy money. You got to go and figure out ways to build yourself up in every arena possible. And I feel like these are the best 5 ways right now. If you're broke as a joke, you have $0, and you know, I feel like that's the only way right now. These 5 methods. There's some other methods too, right? Online methods, real life methods, but these are ways right now that anybody can do. Anybody can do this shit. All right. So anyways, guys, I see you guys for another video. Let's go.